What's up, lovely people? Alexander here, and this is my first English video that I will be starting or be beginning to teach you Portuguese, which is my native language. So, first of all, let me ask you to stay cool with me until the end of this video because it's gonna be, again, as I said, the first video. I will try tell you how our native language is well said, or how could you learn Portuguese or Brazilian Portuguese once for all. Is the name that I will give to this English video here. Learn Portuguese once for all. How can you do that? And if you like it, of course, don't forget to click in the link below or don't forget to click at least the thumbs up and to give the comment because it's going to help me to understand, to check it out and which changes can I do or should I make to make this video better, okay? So hope you like it and let's get into the first video and where I will teach English, in English I will teach you Portuguese. Let's see what can I do for you. Because again, Alexandro, where or how could you teach Portuguese for us? Are you a Portuguese teacher in Brazil? I'm sorry, but I'm not a Portuguese teacher in Brazil. A Portuguese teacher or a Portuguese teacher in any other countries, honestly. But I have a thing, and I think or I do believe it's very useful and it's worth that I'm a Portuguese native speaker. Or that means I was born here in Brazil, in the south part of Brazil, and the state of Paraná. And I love to speak Portuguese. That's my native language. And I should say that, hope I will be humble when I say, but I like to do it and I'm good at it. You know, I like to make videos in Portuguese. I work for a huge company, international company, and there I join a lot of meetings with some managers and I love to express myself within them. So that makes me very confident to start this English video with you and this English YouTube channel for the first time. Again, this is the first video. Again, hope you like it. Let's get into this today's talk. How can you learn Portuguese? Well, welcome to our first Portuguese class. The first thing, of course, and I know that is the first because when I start studying English, I start by that. So the alphabet in Portuguese. Now it's my turn to pay back the difficult time that I passed through while I study English. Let's give it back that. Let's pay back. So how can you pronounce the letters of the alphabet in Portuguese? Do you have an idea how to do it? Let's see. First of all, letter A. In English, it's A. In Portuguese, is A. How can you pronounce? You pronounce A. Okay, just that. And I will try to tell you all the whole alphabet first, and then we gonna back it to start saying one on one. Okay. So first of all, let's see. Let's say the alphabet, the whole alphabet in Portuguese. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Do you got it? How can you pronounce it? I don't think so. I think you're gonna need a practice time. So as I did when I started studying English, I had to practice many times and to put it in my mind. So I'm trying to help you focus on it. Of course, that is the first time you're gonna see it. Will take at least, I should say, 10 to 20 times to say and repeat the Portuguese alphabet to remind. But let's start saying. So in English, you say in English you say A, but in Portuguese it's A. In English you'd say B, but in Portuguese it's B. In English you can say C, you should say C, but in Portuguese that must be C. It's quite similar, isn't it? It's quite similar, isn't it? There's just one another, I should say one another letter you think that's difficult, but let's see here. D in Portuguese. E in English. E em português. E. F. In English, em português é F. Olha só que bacana. Look how cool is that. And in English, you can say G. G, sorry. In Portuguese, you can say G. So again, give me a break. I'm just trying to change a whole time my mind to English into Portuguese and Portuguese into English. But I'm gonna try to do my best, and I'm really motivated to do this English YouTube channel to make you have to make understand English once for Portuguese once for all. Let's do it. And again, in English, how could you say age? That is gonna be a trick for you because in Portuguese we call it H. H. Like a baby when he starts speaking the few words. He say gu aga aga, just aga. Nice. And the next one in English, what? How do you say I in Portuguese? I in English. J in Portuguese. J in English. K in Portuguese. K in English. L in Portuguese. L in English. M in Portuguese. M in English. N in Portuguese. N in English. O in Portuguese. O saying without echo or things like that. Just O. Okay. In English, P. In Portuguese, P. Look, there's a slightly difference, you know? Now let's jump for the next part, the last part here. We are almost done here. So in English, Q. In Portuguese, que. In English, R. In Portuguese, R. R. In English, S. In Portuguese, S. Similar, wasn't it? In Portuguese, T. In English, T. But in Portuguese, T. In English, you. And Portuguese, U. U. In English, V. In Portuguese, V. In English, W. In Portuguese, W. W. In English, X. In Portuguese, X. X. In English, how do you call it? Y. Y. In Portuguese, Y. Y. In English, Z. In Portuguese, Z. So guys, look, I know seems to be hard, but it seems to be more than it is on the reality. I would love to hear you repeating that by yourself to test your English level, to summarize your progress. Because if you do again, pay attention and got a bad level on this Portuguese alphabet, I'm sure that Portuguese is going to be easier for you and you can learn it easier. Okay, that is the first class where I would love to share with you the alphabet in Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese. Okay,